Monday morning, like any other Monday morning. Except that it wasn't. I was home after dawn, and I can count on one hand the number of times that's happened with 6 or 7 fingers to spare. For once, the beneficiary of the newspaper subscription I pay for was me, and not the neighbors or the dogs. But this Monday was different for another reason. There was a disappearance. You can't count on the police in a case like this. There was only one man for the job. Sure, I was too close to it. But I care about every case, every innocent victim who comes through my doors. So it's no different when the victim who comes through my door is me. There's always a woman who comes in at a time like this. It never fails.
Good morning.
This one's no victim, though.
No, you got that right.
She's a tough one, different than the other women who come through my door.
Better not be any other women coming through your door.
She's a smart one, too. She talks like she can hear my internal monologue. I'll have to be careful with her.
Planning and come have breakfast with me for once.
I'd like to, sweetheart. You know I'd like to, but I can't. And I think you might know why.
You're busy being dressed like a schmuck and pretending to be a detective on the one morning.
Misdirection. A simple evasion. Of course, I could see right through it. She knows something's wrong, and she knows that I know. And she knows that I know that she knows that I know. Now it's time to cleverly get it out of her.
Is this some passive-aggressive way to make a point, or have you just been sniffing the vapors at work a little too long?
I've been sniffing around for something, and I think you know what it is.
I have no idea what it is.
Are you sure you're not hiding something? I can tell, you know.
Think I'm hiding something? Fine, you can tell your audience I'm going back to bed.
Back to finish the crime, perhaps? Maybe she wanted breakfast in bed. Maybe she wanted something more in bed. Or maybe she didn't want anything at all. She's a tough one to read, but she'll be back. They always come back. Another one enters. The game is afoot.
Hey, Dad. Playing detective again?
Feigning familiarity is an old ploy that distracts from the facts.
Sure, Dad. Whatever.
I suppose you know why you're here.
Yeah, you and Mom had a little too much to drink one night?
I mean, why you're here this morning, right now.
Because I'm hungry and want breakfast?
Do you? Are you sure you're hungry?
Pretty sure. Look, I know you're not usually around this time of day, but you'll have to take my word for it. I usually walk in around now, knowing for sure if I'm hungry. Mom probably came in already. Lindsay will be in next if she gets out of the shower. Everything's normal except for you.
It's normal that none of you have breakfast together.
You're never here for it. What does it matter to you if we eat breakfast together?
Do you have it in here, or any of you take it to another room?
I don't always have breakfast anywhere.
You didn't answer the question.
I don't need to. If you want to know, try and be around more often.
I'm trying to get to the truth with you.
The truth about what?
I think you know what.
No, I don't.
It's about something missing.
That would be you most of the time.
You know that's not what I'm talking about.
I don't know anything.
You know everything. So do I. But if I hear it from you, it'll be easier on you.
Fine. I was gonna put it back when I was done with it.
Really? Were you going to clean it?
Clean it? I mean, launder it? Who launders $500?
$500.
Okay, it was 1,000. I didn't think you ever went to that box. I thought it was just for emergencies. And this was an emergency. I was gonna put it all back as soon as I got it back.
Got it back.
Okay, so I'm selling 2. It's not like it isn't medicinally legal, and I'll make back twice as much money as I spent. You'll get the money back. Just don't tell Mom, okay? Keep it between us guys. It won't happen again, okay?
Sometimes investigations take unexpected turns. Sure, you might learn something important. Something disturbing, even. But they're only distractions that keep you from what you set out for.
What are you doing here?
I can ask you that. Shouldn't you be in class already?
Not this semester.
Why aren't you at the gym then?
What's with the third degree?
I think you know
Know what?
what I'm asking you about.
I never know what you're asking me about. But I have to leave.
Where are you going so fast?
Well, you think I'm supposed to be going to the gym.
But are you?
Why wouldn't I be?
Don't you want some breakfast first?
I already ate.
I knew it.
Knew what?
Lindsay, it's okay. I know what you did, and I understand.
What do you know? What do you understand?
I know why you're being evasive. Why you've changed your schedule. What's really going on with you this morning? Why you've already eaten.
You do?
Of course.
You don't know.
Don't you think your own father can tell when you're hiding something?
Not really.
You won't be able to hide it forever, you know.
I didn't know how to tell you.
It's okay.
I know it is. I didn't think you'd say it was.
Oh, why not? It hasn't happened before, has it?
Of course not. How can you even ask me
Well,
that?
don't be upset. I didn't think so. I just want to make sure this isn't a habit with you.
Pretty tough habit to have. You're really okay with this?
Of course I am. It's not the end of the world.
Think Mom's gonna be okay with it?
You don't have to tell her.
She'll find out eventually.
Well, I'll handle that if you'd like.
Thanks, Dad. You're being so cool about this. I mean, I knew you wanted to be a grandfather. I didn't think it was
Sometimes it takes a little while for new facts to sink in, and sometimes it's hard to get out of the corners we paint ourselves into. But until this paint dries, we know now, by elimination, who the culprit is in our original mystery. And now we can get a confession out of her.
So, Detective, you figured out what it was you wanted to figure out?
I know now what's been going on around here that I wasn't aware of.
If you were here more often, maybe it wouldn't be happening.
Was it my absence that caused it, or what you did because of my absence?
Shifting the blame away from yourself.
By answering my question with that question, aren't you shifting the blame away from yourself?
Fine. I can't do this anymore, you're right. But how did you know?
You seemed unusually sated when you walked in here this morning.
But I didn't even see him last night.
See who?
Oh my God.
I just wanted to know what happened to the cereal bowl I put out before I went to get the paper.
What?
Somebody took the cereal bowl while I was outside. I just wanted to know who.
Cereal bowl? All this cloak and dagger ridiculousness over a cereal bowl? And I just told you, you know, everything would have been just fine if you'd done another cereal bowl out like a normal person would have.
The strangest cases are the ones where you uncover something you didn't even know to look for. That's a small comfort when you don't solve what you set out to solve in the first place. Not every case gets solved, but something much bigger was solved today. And while our original mystery is still a mystery, that's easily worked around. So, my work here is done. It was a Monday morning, like any other Monday morning. Except that it wasn't.